Hey, what's going on, my friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor, and today I'm going to share with you 5 things that all empathic people can do to help them thrive in all ways while living in this sometimes challenging modern world. These 5 things will help you improve your relationships, help you attract high vibe folks into your life, lovers, friends that you resonate with. It will help you really tap into the flow of abundance that we all have within us and start to really give you the freedom you want in life. It'll also help you have more energy, greater states of just physical vitality and health, okay? The empathic plight, the empathic person has, though many gifts, we're just wired differently. And no one really gave us a manual for how to operate this different system that we find ourselves embodying, okay? And a lot of us, like me, I learned through trial and error. I learned through a lot of pain and a lot of mistakes, like drug addiction as an example, and just different things I just sort of lapsed into as a consequence of having this overly sensitive kind of nature of myself. But over the years, I've sort of learned a thing or two, and I want to pass it on to you because so many of the problems, the issues, the complications that empathic people reach out to me requesting information for, I've had in intense ways, and I've also learned how to transmute those situations and turn my empathic nature into a huge asset, okay, that has really enriched my life in very profound ways. And these 5 things in this video are going to help you do the exact same thing. Number 1, and perhaps the most important and foundational piece of information you'll hear in this video, is to own who you are. Own yourself. Own it. Own it. Own your sensitivity. See, yeah, I am freaking sensitive. What? Okay? Own your empathic nature. It's not a problem. It's an asset. It's only a problem if you see it as a problem. And regardless whether you want to define it, however you want to define it, it's up to you, obviously. You are who you are. And the real way to success in all areas of life is to be fully your authentic self, okay? That's so important and so difficult because there's a strong conditioning that we all kind of are influenced by that for whatever reason leads us to desire to fit in, to blend in, to not to go against the grain of society. And that's very difficult for an empathic person because they're not like that. They're not like, they're very different. They see through a lot of the facade, a lot of the folly that many people blindly sort of adhere to and live their lives from, okay? So it will not feel right. You will not feel right. You will not feel happy. You will feel tired. You will feel depressed. You will feel like something's missing in your life if you try to do what everyone else does, which is just fit in and go with the flow. But like everybody else, you gotta let your freak flag fly. You gotta own who you are. Because when you really step in to who you are, that's when you get to kind of look around and see a lot of the things that you deemed as, causing you to stand out are valuable, are helpful to you and your life. And this is a foundational step I just encourage you to do. I know we all know it's wise to be ourselves, but a lot of us, when it comes down to it, just don't do that because there's resistance we run into from other people and also from ourselves, from our own conditioning. But I'm saying if you have that as a goal, as a priority, I'm gonna be myself, no matter what other people say, no matter what other people do, no matter even what I think about myself, I'm just gonna be boldly and courageously myself. You'll feel a shift in your energy, in your demeanor. The self-resistance will start to melt away and you feel liberated and free and more aware of the blessings that you possess within yourself. Number 2 is accept who you are, which sounds a bit different. It sounds actually a bit similar, but it's a bit different. What I mean by accept who you are, I mean like accept your wiring. Accept how you are, accept your sensitivity, accept some of the things that you might have to prioritize in your life that other people just don't have to. Okay, if you can accept that I'm an empathic person, I do, for whatever reason, tend to be always open and always sensitive, and sometimes I do pick up other people's emotions that I do cling and carry with me, and I don't like it. It doesn't seem other people have that affliction, but when I can accept the fact that I do, I can do something about it. Like optimize my lifestyle to be in harmony with who I actually am and what I do and how I tick. Okay? For example, I'm a very, believe it or not, introverted person, very sensitive emotionally. That's why I always cry in my videos. I'm very like, you know, I do feel other people's pain and sort of angst and anguish a lot. And just being around a lot of people, it can drain my energy. But I don't let it get to an extreme degree anymore because I'm aware of that. I accept it, and I will schedule in downtime. I will pencil into my schedule and prioritize time of doing nothing, time of sitting there and closing my eyes and meditating, time of sitting out in my backyard and reading. I make that a non-negotiable. As Brenda Bashard says, I make myself do these things because I've accepted who I am, and therefore they're not such a problem anymore because I don't let it get to that point. Okay, like there's a lot of things I feel inspired to do in my life that are, in a sense, challenging for an empathic person like myself. For example, I run retreats, about 8 of them a year, where most people that run retreats that I've just recently come to discover, they don't stay with the group the whole time. They show up for a few hours, they go home, they get some food, they come back and they chill and they do their thing, and they go home or go to a different place and sleep. Me and my wife, we live with the people. We all have this huge house, and I live with them. And that's the way we like to do it. And it's a very powerful experience. But that's something I've learned. I literally have to set limits for myself. I have to set boundaries. I have to wake up early and meditate. I have to like pre-package my food so I have enough fuel. I've learned that if I just deny the fact that I'm very sensitive, then I will get I will crumble and be completely burned out in that circumstance that I feel inspired to do. But I've accepted that, okay, Vic, this is a possibility. This is how you tick. You have to honor it. So I do. And then it allows me to not have all those negative consequences because I've accepted who I am. So what in your life, what in yourself have you not accepted? And I know what it's like. It's sort of like, why should I have to take naps midday when I'm 35 years old? Well, because you do. Because you can rest quickly when you take a nap, and you're going to feel right as rain in 20 minutes. Okay, so again, it took me a long time to accept it. I resented these sort of issues that I felt unfairly just fell into my lap. Well, once I've accepted them, you got the point. Number 3, this one you all need to hear, okay? Only most of you. Surround yourself with winners. I know a lot of people are probably like, huh, what? That didn't resonate. Let me explain what I mean by winners. I don't mean the successful, the elite. I don't mean that at all. I mean, set boundaries with people in your life that don't resonate with you, that don't have your best interest at heart, and don't love you the way you love them. Choose to spend time around folks, to build relationships with people that resonate, that their energy complements yours, doesn't suck and take away from it, doesn't squash your dreams and hopes and wishes, rather supports and uplifts and assists them. Okay? Empathic people have this bleeding open heart, and they just want to help everybody, and it's beautiful. But so often when we do that, we run ourselves into the ground, and we completely neglect a very important part of this equation, us. We're not doing any good. We're not setting a good empowering example by exhausting ourselves and allowing other people to prey on us like many of us do. But I'm not saying it's easy. I know it can be difficult and very complicated with relationships when it comes to setting boundaries. But I can say this. Unless you do that, you will not thrive. You will not be the best person you are destined to be. And you will not help as many people as you possibly can if you sacrifice yourself so frequently by being around, the opposite of winners. We're just this words here, people that don't really resonate with you. Okay. Again, I know it's not easy, and it can be sometimes tricky. You might have to be clever, and you might have to set a boundary that someone's not going to like, and they're going to rebel. But you have the right to be happy. You have the right to thrive. Everybody has that right. And when you really start to take that seriously and exercise it, you'll be blown away, not only by how good you feel, but also by the new relationships you attract into your life that will just be so satisfying. And in the beginning, it can be like, God, I just got to get out of this situation. I just got to feel better. It's sucking my energy. It's draining me. I'm not happy. And then our goal is to be alleviated from those negative circumstances. And then we get that. It's great. But what comes as a result of that is so surprisingly fulfilling, and it comes in the form of other people that will literally start popping into your life because you magnetize yourself to them. The friends, families, teachers, acquaintances, co-workers, business partners, all this will start to just flood into your life, and it'll feel like your life is literally just surrounded by like soulmate people that just you know, you resonate with. And those relationships, like going through this life, not alone, but together as a group, as a tribe, it's so awesome. It's so awesome. But that's only going to come when you really accept that. You got to set those boundaries and choose wisely who you surround yourself with. Number 4 is share what you got. What I mean by that is I've talked to a lot of people who literally are sitting on gold, sitting on a whole book, multiple books as an example, of very valuable, helpful, brilliant information that was sort of channeled through them that they're too afraid to share. You came to share. You came to stand out. You came to just express your authentic self out there into the world. And you know what's going to happen? There's going to be a push and a pull effect. There are some people that you will push away, that will not resonate with it. It's not that they're wrong, they're just not right for who you really are. And there'll be that. There'll be the criticism. There'll be the naysayers. There'll be the people that doubt you, the people that try to tear you down. But there'll also be the pull effect. There'll be other people you might not have even expected that say, whoa, that really resonates, man. That's very helpful to me. Thank you so much for doing that. This has really been a game changer for me. Thank God you exist. Okay? And the more you share, the more will come. And you can literally start putting out into the world so much value. And as we all know, what you put out, guess what? It comes back to you in the form of relationships, abundance, freedom, good health, good fortune, good luck, good everything. Okay? You need to share and be your true self and express that to the world for you to be happy. And I'll tell you what, even though that yields a lot of desirable outcomes, just the act, just the sharing for the sake of how it feels to share and express in itself is deeply fulfilling and will make you feel whole and complete and very, very happy. Lastly, number 5 is go with the flow. Empathic people almost are like forced to operate more so with what I'll call, for lack of a better phrase, divine timing. Where you might have your mind's gonna chime in and try to help you organize and build up your life. And you should certainly utilize it as a tool. But a lot of times empathic people, they run into these big blocks, these roadblocks, these resistances, where things just aren't going the way they thought they should. And this can lead to a lot of unpleasant negative energy in their system, in their body, and in their life. And it doesn't make sense. It's like, wow, I had this 10-step process. I'm on step 5. It should only make sense that step 6 is to follow. If you can be more like fluid, more like water, like Bruce Lee, and go with the flow and use your intuition and make adjustments on the fly whenever it feels appropriate. You can kind of like flow through life. And oftentimes the way you flow through life is going to be a lot different than, again, what your mind would have thought to be the best strategy or way or method, okay? And if you can sort of relax the mind a little bit and go with the flow, then you can tap in to this perfect timing where the right person, the right opportunity, the right idea, the right message will come to you at the exact perfect time, just when you need it, that will really take and catapult you forward. You can start taking these big jumps forward in all areas of your life. You don't even have to strengthen your legs as much as you might think. You don't have to train to jump so high. You'll just catch the right gust of wind, the right timing, and forward. Okay, and this is not only going to be like really helpful for obvious reasons as far as advancing your life in all ways positively, quickly, but it's gives you a feeling of connectedness and flow and harmony and dare I say serenity in your life, where you can take these big jumps, but it feels effortless. Okay? So I could certainly use a reminder of all those things at times in my life, and it doesn't matter where you're at. Hopefully this will in some way help you wherever you are in your life. Okay? I wish you all nothing but the best regardless. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Namaste.